University of Michigan freshman Abby Young traveled more than 2,000 miles across the country from Walnut Creek to begin her college career, which looks nothing like what she imagined.
It's going well. It's definitely different being on Zoom, and I'm spending a lot more time in the dorm than I probably normally would be.
She's not alone. Thousands of Bay Area residents left home to attend college despite the COVID-19 pandemic, and most of them will return to the Bay Area next month for Thanksgiving break.
What you don't want to see is students moving across the country, either bringing COVID-19 with them to campus or leaving campus with it.
Professor Chris Marsicano is the director of the College Crisis Initiative at Davidson College in North Carolina. Marsicano, along with the student-run research lab, created a data set of schools across the country to understand their responses to the COVID-19 pandemic. Their COVID-19 testing data focuses on four-year institutions. Out of 1,444 four-year colleges and universities examined, only 7% are testing the entire student population at least weekly for COVID-19. 30% have no clear testing plan as of several weeks ago when the research lab collected the data.
We are sort of terribly concerned, I think is the best way to say it.
Terribly concerned because Marsicano says a substantial portion of college-aged individuals who contract COVID-19 are asymptomatic.
So it's extraordinarily important to test everybody and to do so as much as possible so that you can catch those asymptomatic people before they are able to spread the disease.
Young tells ABC 7 News there is no mandatory testing at the University of Michigan.
I got tested at home before coming out to campus, and I have not been tested since.
In an emailed statement to the I-Team, a University of Michigan spokesperson writes, while testing is not mandatory, it is widely available. Quote, we have capacity for up to 6,000 tests a week. The spokesperson also says the university will roll out additional testing for all students before they leave for Thanksgiving break. It will be mandatory for students living on campus. Not all Bay Area residents who left home for college are living on campus. Grace Corrigan, also from Walnut Creek, is a freshman at UC Santa Barbara living in an off-campus apartment.
There isn't any kind of mandatory testing. Everyone is very much encouraged to get tested if they're experiencing any of the symptoms.
A UC Santa Barbara spokesperson tells the I-Team the campus has mandatory testing for approximately 2,000 students. Quote, while we cannot mandate testing for students who are not living in campus housing or coming to campus for instruction or work, we have been working closely with the Santa Barbara County Public Health Department to provide free testing for students and community members. Health and Human Services Agency Secretary Dr. Mark Galley.
It is absolutely a concern.
Galley says it's possible college students traveling home who are asymptomatic or mildly symptomatic could infect somebody else.
Our first sort of initial shock and concern was offset by extraordinary understanding that institutions just don't have the resources to test everybody every week, once a week.
San Francisco native Jack Isaac is a junior at Emerson College, a small liberal arts school in Boston that is conducting mandatory weekly testing.
Came in thinking, oh, it's going to be a hassle, and then at the end of the day, you kind of feel better knowing that you're getting tested every week. You get a negative result every week, and you feel like you're not putting anyone at risk.
In an emailed statement, an Emerson spokesperson writes, quote, by following these and other safety measures, which have resulted in a low infection incidence rate throughout the fall semester, Emerson has been able to continue its learning plan without interruption. Mandatory or not, the college students we spoke with all said they plan to get a COVID-19 test before returning home. For the I-Team, Melanie Woodrow, ABC 7 News.